All right, John. Citadel game was a tough one for the defense. When you go back and think about it, what has to be adjusted moving forward?
I think that we just have to have confidence in the situations that we're in and just the calls our coaches are making, just play more disciplined football. Um, we had a lot of missed assignments and just missed tackles, so I feel like just going in next week, we just need to make sure that we key on what we need to key on and just make sure we wrap up and drop our feet and do what we need to do to get the ball carried down.
It's a 3-3 season. The team had Idaho on the ropes. You played some very good football this year. What needs to become more consistent with the team as a whole?
I just think as a whole we need to play more consistently. I feel like sometimes offense will show up and sometimes defense will show up. I think that as a team we haven't put together a full game where offense, defense, and special teams all together have come and played a good game and played strong and played consistent the whole game. So I just feel like we just need to continue to just encourage each other and just play Wofford football.
At Western Carolina last year, you guys lost by 12 points. What do you recall from that ball game up in Cullowhee?
I think that when we went up there, I mean, one thing I definitely remember is they came out and took the first kickoff back and just kind of like set the tone for the game. And I think we played good defensively. I remember us having goal line stands, and they kind of did the same thing against us. So I just feel like when the biggest thing coming out of that game last year was just it was a dogfight. And I think that's what it came down to is we both fought, and at the end of the game, they just played a little bit harder than us to win the game. So,
Paul, the team's 3-3 at this point. You've been through this as a senior. When you take a look at the season to this point, what is good and what needs to get better?
We're doing a lot of good things. Big thing we got to focus on is just being consistent from week to week. As John said earlier, sometimes the offense shows up, sometimes the defense shows up. Last week, I don't think anyone showed up. So we just got to really focus on getting everybody there on the same page at the same time. I think we'll be all right.
Was the Citadel game frustrating in that you had beaten them so many years in a row and they just seemed to figure you out this past Saturday?
I definitely felt like they had our number. You know, sometimes the team will show up and everything works, and sometimes you show up and absolutely nothing worked, and it seemed that for them everything worked and for us nothing worked. They definitely had a lot of frustration built up, and it seemed like they released it on us. We're still in good shape, though, 1-1 in the conference. We have 4 or 5 games left at home, so we're still in pretty good shape to finish out the season.
You have moved into a more prominent role. Will Gay got hurt. You're back there fielding punts. Is that something you did in high school? And when you learned you were going to be the #1 punt return guy, what was your thought?
Well, in high school, I really didn't do it. I returned kickoffs. Punts are a little bit scarier, you could say. You got everybody running down there at you. Coach Rise, he has a good scheme put in. I feel confident that with every punt, we'll either get a bad punt, a block, or a big return set up. I feel like this unit has been a game changer. They can put anybody back there. It's not just me.
When you come here as a wide receiver at Wofford, it's understood that you have to learn to block before you get to catch the ball. What was that like?
Well, I came from a high school, Irmo High School. We ran the ball about 50, 60 times a game. So kind of used to not really getting the ball, used to going in there and giving everything I have at the bigger people usually to block. So.
You came here originally as a walk-on from Irmo. You earned a scholarship. What was that like, and what did it mean to you when you got an athletic scholarship here?
It felt like I was important. It felt like I had a role on the team more than just helping guys out at practice. It felt like I was actually contributing in games. It meant a lot to my family, helped us out financially. Fortunately, I have some academic money too, so it definitely helped out throughout the years, but the football money, getting it last year definitely helped out my family a lot.